Yo, 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 2 green days in a row. I apologize for not posting on yesterday. I was a little bit under the weather. But since the market is going to be closed on Monday in observance of Martin Luther King Day, I decided to give you guys a special episode today. Today, we're going to do 2 Green Day recaps. Although I was under the weather yesterday, I did manage to pull one trade out of the market. Also took 3 trades on today, 3 of 3 for today. Ending the week, 4 out of the last 4 trades was green, baby. Woo! Cue the intro. Hello, one, hello, all. Appreciate you for pulling up. I'm Ben Seals, aka Solo Trader of Beneficial Trading, and welcome to the channel. That's right, you heard correct. Today we have not one, but 2 Green Day recaps. Yesterday was a pretty uneventful day. Plus, I was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I didn't stay in the market long, only taking one trade. It was pretty slow, and honestly, I probably shouldn't have took that trade. But after looking back at it, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was an okay trade. Before we get started on today's double Green Day recap, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up button, click that subscribe button with the notification bell, and without further ado, let's trade. All right, let's get it. So we start off with the first trade. This was from Thursday, from yesterday, on AMD. We did go ahead and jump in at 119.21. We have here, we have pretty much the same setup as Wednesday. We have this big bearish red candle crushing into the 200 moving average. We also have this little doji here that's breaking the 200. It did close slightly under the 200, so I did jump in this candle here for the follow through, for the confirmed break of the 200 here. Went in with 100 shares here, light position. Do want to build on the position as we move back up towards this prior day's close here. So yeah, just letting the trade work right now. There was some resistance right there at the whole dollar, which is to be expected, but it did go ahead and break through the whole dollar, so we loving that right now. Um, Position average still 119.21. Haven't done any adding yet. We are getting the first green candle up here. I did go ahead and check the high and the low of that candle. We're looking to add back close to the 200 here. Add additional close to the 200. Don't look like we're going to get that. It's looking strong, so I'll go ahead and add on the red to green move. Didn't get that feel though, but I tried to get it added right there at 92. I am going to leave that out, so you see I did get hit there. However, that was a mistake. Not a huge mistake because we're still in this trade here, but when it was down in the 70s, I was up 50 cents per share. So I should have been taking profit there in the 70s and then getting back in up here closer to 27, right here closer to the 200. But the biggest takeaway is I was up 50 cents. That was my take profit. I should have went ahead and took some profit there. However, I didn't, and it's backing up on me. I'm not afraid of this trade. I still have all this resistance qualities up here, the 20, the 8 moving average along with the prior day's close. So I'm adding up here close to the 200 here. Stop is going to be somewhere up here So risking about 80 cents a share right now. Well, was risking about 80 cents now. Now we're waiting to see what the pullback is going to be. The with the additional ads, we're going to be stopping right above the 50 level. So 55 to 60 is going to be our stop, and you can see it did get pretty close to our stop here. Since we are in heavier, but it is wicking off of this 8 moving average, and is broken back under the 200, which is what we love to see. So we're going to go ahead and put our profit target out for the break of the new low. Um, I'm getting some, trying to get some out before the new low, before these bottom and wicks get hit, because that's usually resistance. So I mean, the trade is working pretty well right now. Like I said, the only thing that I really see that was not great about this trade here, was that I got in down here. I need to go ahead and take, book that $50 profit, and as it comes back up, then I could be adding here, adding up here with a real stop over, up here somewhere around the prior day's close. But my average would be much higher, right? Like I have an average in the 40s, and so now when it comes down here, I make some real money. Plus, I already have $50 booked. Um, but yeah, I mean, just learning lessons, it's coming down right to my take profits. Looks like I have a profit of 77. First profit target just got hit. We're looking to take the rest of it off. We'll take another profit at 118.41. So you can kind of see, you know, you can kind of see what I mean, right? If I have an average in the 40s and we're looking to take profit in the 41 areas, I mean, that's $1 a share. On 200 shares, that's $200. So just gonna be, more mindful of that. Not trying to hold a position forever. When I get in with the original position, just look for the original take profit. Um, I did want to get, more short as it backed up, but I could easily just take profit, and if it keeps going, then it just keeps going without me. But if it backs up, then this is where the real money is made. Taking the plays back up towards the resistance area here. So just going to keep that in mind as we, continue to grow and continue to walk the path to becoming a successful trader. But we are looking for the break of this low here. Looks like that low is 68, and we did get the break there. So now we're looking for continuation. We're looking for follow through on this move here. Um, Having some trouble down there in the 60s. I am seeing that. But we're looking forward to continue, right? I mean, this is a nice well here. Technically, we are at well complete, but we're looking for, continuation. We're still early in the move. This is the first pullback, and we're super close to the 200, and the 20 is coming down. So we kind of want to ride this as long as we can. Um, However, we don't want to give back too much profit. As you can see, we're up right here, $147. So we don't want to give back too much profit. Um, so we're looking forward to come through, break through the 50 level. As you can see, my orders are here right around the 43 level. Looking to get that second one hit, and it's playing around. It played around right there in the 40s, so I didn't get hit there. Didn't get any of it out. I'm still holding 200 shares at 09. Don't want to give back too much profit. But it's backing up on me. We have already made a new high. I mean, made a new low. So I am, being cognizant of that. Um, you know, this could be reversing here. So I have to make an educated guess. Is it going to reverse, or is it just going to pull back? And I decided to just wait for the pullback, let it pull back. And we're gonna just stop our break even on this position, and we're really willing to risk the other, $100 that we were up. And like I said, that's not the best move. However, we were trying to get some profit down here in the 40s. We just didn't get hit. So I'm going to do a little better job of putting my profits under the 50, under the half dollars. I'm gonna put it closer to like 47, 40, 46. Because I keep saying I was putting them in the 30s and I never was getting hit in the 30s on the first initial moves, and so I'm working on moving that up, and that's what I was doing when I was moving it up to the 46. I mean to the 43, but it still didn't get hit. So I want to just be right under that 50 level. So if it breaks and rejects the break of the 50, at least I still get filled and can add a bigger position as it moves back towards these moving averages. But since I'm still in with 200 shares, I can't really add anything else. All we can do is just ride this trade out at this moment here. Um, this would be a green bar ignored if it comes down and break this, but this is too much risk here. I did go ahead and add under 68, breaking back under here, so we're holding it. We're holding that breakout level, and I just want to get some out at this, at the double bottom area here, um, right there. So same principles, right? Want to get some out before these bottom tails here get hit, and then a little some after, just for the follow through if we do get that as well. So hit that second take profit hit. We got $80 booked right now. We was up $180, $170 unrealized. So we still got $100 out there, but at this exact moment we got $70 out there. That has not been realized. It's unrealized profit. We got $80 booked. Average is now 118.95. This is looking like it's gonna do a double bottom. So I went ahead and sold everything there, because it's coming back up. It didn't make a new low here. It's got another wick with this wick here. So, I talked about the wicks and the wick inside of a wick. This came down and wicked off this wick, and it didn't make a new low. So we're gonna go ahead and get out there for $107 profit. And as I said, this was the only trade that I took on yesterday. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. So ended the day on yesterday up $107. Came in today, pretty focused. After scrolling through the IFT 50 for a couple minutes here, I did see something that I like. And what we have here is a crash. We have UAL. We have a crash into the we have a crash going towards the 200 moving average. It ended up coming right to prior day's close, and it rejected off and gave us a nice bull 180 here. So I tried to add there. As you can see, that kind of moved quickly. So we'll bag it back up there. I tried to add there. Now, one thing you are going to notice on my trades that I usually don't trade stocks with big spreads. This one does have a bigger spread. Looks like the spread is 23 cents right now. Usually I try to stay within 10, maybe 15 at the most. But I like this setup. Like, this is a very, very strong bullish pattern, right? So I want to get in right over the green. Now it is light volume, so I am, I am trying to be careful here. Um, I'm seeing it right here at 107.20. Spread is tightening up a little bit. I'm seeing some green. I tried to push it and boom, I got slippage. I didn't get in at 20. I ended up getting filled at 49, just that quick. Got to be quicker than that. But I was trying to get in at 20, and you'll see that this kind of messed up the trade a little bit for me. It wasn't too bad, but now I'm risking way more than I planned on risking. But I'm still going to let the trade play out. I love this pattern. This is a very strong pattern. I'm in a great location, being close to the 200 and the 20. This is a tight range. Great position. This is position 1, right above the 200 and the 20. So we're looking to add to this position, right? We want this to be as heavy as we possibly can get, but we are risking a lot, right? This is a big green bar. So we're probably going to be stopping out somewhere under 50 in the 40 area here. So the new strategy, well, not the new strategy, but the strategy that I've brought back to building a position is I want to cut big this big green bar in half, right? I want to cut it in half, and I want to cut it in thirds. So at the first third mark, I want to double my position to 200 shares, and if it gets to that halfway mark, I want to get all in with another double of 200 shares at that halfway mark. So that's what we're doing now. We're putting out our buy orders to because we want this to pull back into our buy orders so we can get more long. And we're just gonna let this play out. We're not loving this top and tail here. Um, but I mean, I just have faith in this pattern here. This is one of the go-to patterns here. This is one of the strongest patterns you can get in the strongest location. Well, in the strongest position, in the best location of this tight Fab Four being prior days close, 20 moving average, 200 moving average, and the price of the late day activity here. So I mean, this is a great location. Now it came down and it almost got me long here. That would have been nice because I would have been able to take some profit up here, bring my average down, and take some profit up here. But it didn't happen. It still haven't made a new high yet, so we're not really worried right now. Just would have loved to get longer here, more long. But if it goes right now, then it just goes. We'll take profit off at about $1. Um, because we was risking about 50 cents. End up risking about $1. So it'd be a nice one-on-one if it just goes now. But what we're looking for it to pull back into our buy orders and get us more long, right? So we're just gonna let this play out. Definitely resistance at the 50 area. I think that was 55. Well, I saw resistance at. So I am going ahead and putting a profit target out. Like I said, we're gonna be up here about $1 away, just in case it just rips up and it doesn't come back and get us more long. We're looking for a one-to-one on this, but there's a lot of resistance at 50. Big seller at 57 right there. You see that 2,700. It broke it quickly and then rejected. So I'm not loving that. Now that is a sign that this may be a little whippy, and then it just flushed down like so. Not loving that. However, we have been trying to display patience, not trying to outthink the market. Um, we placed a buy. We got a great buy. We got a bad feel, but still decent. Decent enough feel. Um, and we're just gonna let this play out until we hit our stop or until we hit our target. And no, we're not going to be shaken out by every little move, every little movement in the market. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here, this this bull 180 here, and now it's in a consolidation range, right? This is consolidating upwards, right? So now I'm inviting the pullback. Like now I really want to see the pullback, and I want it to stay I want it to stay in the top half, but definitely mostly in the top third of this big green bar. And that's gonna give a very bullish signal, right? So I've realized at this point that this is consolidating upwards. So I'm not really worried about making pickable new highs because that's what it's going to be doing right now. What I'm looking for is for this to break down, and I want to judge how it breaks down, where it stops at, and where it turns at, and that's going to tell me if we're going to be looking for a new high, or if we're going to be looking for three pushes up towards this area here, and a breakdown. So we're just going to continue to let this play out. Still plenty of resistance in the 50 area, and here we are here. So it's starting to pull back. I did go ahead and get filled down there in my 1/3 area, and now it's pulling back towards my 50% area, which is fine. Now, in an ideal scenario, I would love for this to pull back, hit my target. I mean, hit my ads, doji off of my ads, and close within that top third. Like that would be the most ideal scenario, and you'll see pretty quickly is that's almost what we got here. So I gotta buy at 106.63, and that came right down to 106.65. I almost got filled on my 200 shares. I got 200 shares here. Almost got filled, but not quite right. Like it came to 64 there for a second, but I couldn't get filled, and that's a lot of profit. If we get filled there, and right now we're looking at the double dojis, double bottom, double dojis right here. This is a very bullish pattern, right? So if we would have got filled here, we're looking for a new high, right? I mean, that's a dollar of profit right there, with the additional 200 shares. So if we get target, then that's $200 right there, not even counting the 200 shares we're already owning, right? So this here is a very bullish pattern that it was showing there, along with the location is great. Now, this is not a break of this 20 moving average, right? It takes 2 bars to break it. So this bar would need to break under this 20 and close under it. I mean, under this bar here and close under it. And it wasn't able to do that. It's back over the 20 now, and another bar was born. So just fast forwarded a little bit because this was like an hour trade here, so I had to skip through for you guys. So I wasn't able to get the other 200. I went ahead and canceled that. We are going to go ahead and add here. This is very aggressive now. This is a very aggressive add. Like I said, I love this pattern here. This is one of my favorite patterns. And by it consolidating upward, and the entry bar right here over these double bottom and tails is in the top 1/3, and it didn't sustain a break of the 20, then I'm very confident that we're going to see a new high here. However, with those 200 shares that I just added, now our stop is going to be under this here, under this pivot here, of 60. So I mean, we have an average of 22, so we're risking about 80 cents per share, which is almost 200 bucks. So I mean, we are being aggressive here, but I'm loving this setup, right? Um, I'm just loving this setup, and we're okay with risking that there. Now at this point, we're no longer risking 200 bucks, right? We have we have a very solid green bar here. So now our stop is going to be under this green bar at 107.07. So now at this point, we've tightened up our risk. We tighten up our risk. We only risking about 15 cents now. And now we're just going to let the trade play out, right? Put out our profit targets. One up here in these dojis, just in case it don't break, we can get some of our shares out with a stop at break even. And from there, we're looking for the whole dollar right under 108, and then we're still looking for the home run trade up there, right? So it's pulling back. It's pulling back, and it's teasing our stop because, like I said, we've made a stop adjustment. And we're looking to get out if it breaks this 20 period moving average along with this big solid green bar here. But it's holding so far, and now it's giving us what could be considered a red bar ignored play. It broke through temporarily. I'm not going to be fooled by a quick temporary break, right? I'm just not going to be fooled by it. It's going to have to give me a 2 bar stop on this play here, just because I'm heavy and I love the setup, and I love how this has consolidated upward and pulled back, and it stayed in this top third. So yeah, as it played out, it did come down, pull back, and rip through the new high. We got hit right there, first target at 75. So we've booked about $26 realized profit. Um, at the peak, we were up $190. Um, we're not trying to let too much of this profit go, right? I mean, it's first trade of the day. We in very aggressively. This thing has big spreads. It can get spready. So we're trying to keep everything tight. However, we are still trying to maximize the trade. Now this here is going to be, should serve as some sort of support, since it was resistance up here in all these wicks. So this is a lot of congestion for it to just flush through. And if it does just flush through, then we'll know that the momentum has shifted to the sell side. However, with this wick here, I'm not loving this wick, but I am okay with it if we can just come and sit through the top of this wick. But right now, our average is 107.13. And it pops up right there to 70. There's still a lot of sellers in the 70s, high 60s in the 70s, and at this point here, this is it again, right? This is a wick. This is a wick inside of this wick. I don't like that. I don't like it. This candle has about a minute left. If it closes, if it looks like it's going to close as a wick, I'm going to kill this position and take my profits, right? And that's what it's looking like right now. 15 seconds left, 10 seconds left. Looks like it's going to close as a wick. That's a wick in a wick, and I'm not loving it. I'm gonna go ahead and take my profits off. If it breaks that wick, and it did, should already be out, but there was some nice buyers came in. It didn't hold, so I'm taking off my profits now. That trade ended up clearing. Let's see what it clears. All right, we cleared $126. So not the best trade in the world. Very good setup. However, two things to keep in mind. One, we ended up getting filled way high when we was trying to get filled down here in the 20s. So that's 30 cents of profit, which is $60 with 200 shares. Well, with 100 shares, that's $30. And it came right down here to within a penny of our of our ad right here of 200 shares. So if we get filled right here, then that's another $200 here. So I mean, this could have easily been a $400 trade, right? So we had a potential of making $400 while only risking about $150, $175. So I mean, so in that case, it is a good trade. The execution was okay. Just simply didn't get filled here, and there was no fault of no one, and we ended up being aggressive up there. Now that was the first trade of the day. The second trade of the day is on. We're looking at AMD here. Now here, what we have here, we have a wick. Now, first of all, this gapped up, pushed up, and now we're pulling back, right? This is within the 50% range of this entire move up, including the gap. Plus, we have a bottom and tail wick here, right? Now, we also have this thing, the stock came down into this zone. It wicked off, popped back up to the 8, and it came back and wicked again. That there is enough for me to say that the Bears have not regained control, right? They pushed it down, and right here in this area, there are buyers stepping up. So I'm gonna be one of those buyers, right? I jump in right there at 101.06. I want to get a double. I want to get 200 shares. So I'm going to jump in another, trying to figure out a place to add. I go ahead and add there. Now this here is this isn't the this isn't an immediate pattern, right? Like this is me saying that I think the lowest end, and I'm willing to wait until we can get confirmation. Now this thing here, as you're gonna see, is gonna go sideways for a while, and I'm not gonna get too bent out of shape about it. Now, my first target is looking at this area here, which was previous selling pressure right here. So that's the first target. My stop is under this tail bar here. So somewhere in the 70s, 75s, low 70s is going to be my stop. So right now I'm risking about 35, 40 cents. And as it comes down into this area again now, as it comes down, I'm not afraid. I want it to come down so I can get a double in this area of this wick, right? Somewhere in the 80s, I want to get a double so I can bring my average down and get price improvement, right? So to me, all of this, anything under this 90 area is a gift. Like it's a gift, and I want to add more. So I'm just waiting. If it just goes right away, then I'll just play it with 200 shares. But as you can see there, it drops down to the 80s. I get 200 more shares in, and my price has came down to 98. All right, now here, this is where we bought it, and this thing has went sideways, like I said, but it hasn't broken the low, right? So I'm willing to wait here. It came down, the 20 has caught up with the stock, and now it's trying to break over the 20. I want to see this thing break over the 20, hold over the 20, and explode up towards this previous sell zone, right? And it's holding the 20, it's exploded, boom. We got the first take profit out, nice profit there. We got $23 locked up 135 on the trade right now, unrealized. We're looking to push. We want to put under 50, right? We want to be under 50 and before this wick area here. We want to be before this wick area because that's going to be the biggest area of resistance, right? We got 2 pushes. We want one more push. Looking for one more push up into the 40 area, the high 40s, and get us out. Looks like our sell is at 48. So we're looking to get out at 48. It's pushing. Come on, baby. Boom. So we're out at 48. We took some more profit. We got $62 realized on this play, 180 unrealized, right? So we're not trying to give back too much profit on this play, especially since we're coming up to this resistance area here. So we've been cognizant of that. So we're going to readjust our stop. Stop is going to be is going to come up probably up here under this candle here. We're not going to let it. Not going to give it too much wiggle room. It could pull back. It could pull back and go. But we want to get our profit and then reevaluate the pullback. So just letting it play out right here. It came down to previous area of buy support. Gives us a wick. So I like the wick inside the wick. Now, normally I would add here, right? This is a red bar ignored, but we have 1, 2, 3 green candles up, and we're pushing up into support. So I don't want to add this high. I want this thing to come down and touch one of these moving averages before I can add, right? And I don't know. I don't think I added. I may have added. But I'm thinking more as I'm looking at it that I should be trying to get out up here, especially when I'm seeing this wick coming off of this zone here. So I did add there, and that probably was a mistake in the long run. But I am closer to this 8 moving average now, right? I am closer to this 8. So at this point, we're looking for it to wick off of the 8 and hold this 20 and give us a move back up. So I'm playing through I'm holding through the pullback. I am holding through the pullback, and looking forward to move back up through 50. So if this pullback, and the pullback is okay, it's a mild pullback with a bottom and tail at the bottom. Now this should be exploding right now. Like this should be at 50 already. Like we want to see a big green candle through, right? And it's struggling around that 37 area. And I'm seeing big buyers there, big sellers. So I go ahead and liquidate the position right there in the 30s, because I don't want to get stopped. I mean, this is a strong area of resistance here, um, and it should have already left. It should have already went. It didn't. Those big sellers at 37 and 36 keep popping up. So I went ahead and liquidated the position and take $140 worth of profit. Now, third and final trade here. This is AMD again. As you can see, this ended up being the right move back there because we did get it did flush down, so we sold it right on time. But if you look, it came down right back to this wick area, right back to this area of support. This gave a nice color change pattern here, and boom, this is very strong, right? This is what we were looking for here, but we got it here. So now I'm not in the trade. However, I'm seeing these dojis. I'm stalking the trade and looking for it to pull back to these moving averages and see if we can get a buy signal off the moving averages, right? So so right here, I see it come down right to the 8. It broke under 50, and now it's popping back over 50. So if this could break under and hold over 50, that's going to make a doji. That's going to make a bottom and tail, right? So I'm already knowing that in my head. That's why I was stalking it, right? I'm looking for this to break under, to drop under 50 and pop back up quickly, give me a bottom and tail off the 8, and I'm gonna jump in with a very low risk trade, right? 47 is the low. 47 is the low. I'm looking for some buyers. I'm looking for some buyers. Green. You see green? I see green over here at 52. I need to see more green. More green. All right, flush back down to 47. I need to see more green over 52. There go 52. 52, looking for 52. 52. Looking for 52 to break. Green. See green right here, 55 is broke 52. I am in 100 shares. Now I'm in 200 shares right there, 55, and boom. You see that? That's real time price action. This thing just jumped from 55 to 66 in a second. As soon as I pressed the buy button, it went. That means other people were looking at this same setup too, and I am along with the smart money, right? And that's what we want to be. We want to be with the smart money. Now, what we're looking for the price to come back up and retest this high and possibly break through the high. Looks like that high is like 82 or something. We're looking for it to break through the 82 level and push towards this whole number 122. And if we can get to this 122 and over this 122, then we're going to be looking for it to go up to this next doji level 122.50, right? So that's the home run trade, 122.50. I did go ahead and double there, right? I doubled over this red candle here, so we took out a red candle close to this 8 moving average. I doubled. Now at this point, my stop is break even. My stop is 164. I have zero risk on this trade, and I'm looking for this to break 80, break through 82, and push forward and continue with the upwards momentum. So we put one sale at 96 and one sale at 08. I meant to have this at 86. I don't know why it's at 96. Um, So price is moving up now. Now I see this, right? This is coming back up. This is in double top territory, right? I'm not loving this. Now I'm gonna give this a shot to go ahead and push through on the next counter. But if the next counter don't push through, I'm going to be getting out. I'm going to be taking whatever profit I got and taking the risk off the table because I'm looking for this to push through. It hit 82 and didn't break. So we're still looking, we're still watching. We're still watching 82 there. We're looking for 80. Okay, it didn't break 82. I'm out. It didn't break 82 again. I'm out. This candle has 30 seconds left. It's not looking like it has a good shot of breaking 82 right now. This is a scalp trade. I bought a dip. I added high. I'm looking to get out. I'm looking for immediate follow through. It didn't follow through immediately. I'm out. And done for the day. Up $315. We're going to end it right there. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. Ended yesterday up $107. Pretty bland day on yesterday. Only one trade, but that one trade was green. Definitely can improve on adding as the stock moves back up against me, so I can get that price improvement. That seems to be helping my trading out a lot. Taking a good step forward on that. And for today, ending up $315. Green, 3 out of 3 trades. Definitely a great way to end the week strong. I did get some good price improvement ads today, and as you can see, that helped my trading out tremendously. I wasn't really in jeopardy of being stopped out but once, and that was on the scalp trade when I added higher instead of adding for a price improvement. So definitely going to carry that momentum over into next week. Remember, we're not going to have a video up on Monday. The market is going to be closed for the observance of Martin Luther King Day. So we are going to have a 3-day weekend. Not going to hold you guys. I know this video has been light years long. So go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. And make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Have a great weekend. Peace.